Alex Revell, another full week on the training ground ahead of returning to Lamex on Saturday.
Yeah, it's an important week after last weekend. I think that we've had that relentless run of games, and then obviously last week was our kind of first week where we could actually be together, building into Sutton away, and I think that the result was really disappointing for us. I think there's certain things that we have to do better, and it's been important for us to work on those this week to make sure that we improve, because ultimately we have to do to get the results we want. But they're only small details. They are small details. We know that we've been moments away from we should be in that top 8, be in the next round of the cup, but we're not because of moments and decisions and mistakes. So we have to cut those out. When you cut those out and you really begin to keep clean sheets like we saw last year, then obviously the results will come.
And Saturday was obviously not the result we wanted, but you've had time to reflect, regroup, and the opportunity to put things straight tomorrow.
Yeah, myself, I take full responsibility for Saturday in terms of, I think, the start and setting a tempo potentially because of the way we played. I think that going to Sutton away and kind of where we were and where they were, we should have set a higher tempo. And I will take responsibility for that because I'm a manager, and I think that although we know we have to set a tempo in games, you have to. It's very, very hard to start with a low tempo and pick it up throughout the game. If you start nice and high, it's your decision to stay there, and it's a choice. So we have to set that. We have to make that right. But we've worked on a lot of things this week. We've managed to sit down and talk through bits in terms of video analysis. We've managed to get on the training pitch and actually work, which has been great. It's been a long time since we've managed to do that. So been a really good week. Players have been fantastic in their work, and we're all looking forward to the game.
And on Saturday, you're coming up against top of the league. That'll be a good indication to see where your side is at compared to where you would like to be at the end of the season. Yeah,
we know that Forest Green have been up there now for many years and haven't quite got over the line. But they've got a young manager who wants to play football a certain way. They haven't really changed the way that they are in terms of they've always been a footballing side. They've got some really top players there for this level. But they can do both. When you've got Jamil Matt and Matty Stevens are a threat, and you've got players at the back that can play and midfield. So they've got real threats from everywhere. But we've always spoken that we've set our standards really high and we haven't reached them. That has to look. We have to take responsibility for that. There's no point in looking elsewhere and blaming other things outside. You have to look at yourself, and we've done that this week, and we've knuckled down, put our heads together, like I say. These are good games for us to go and show where you are and put your stamp on the season and say, right, when we played Forest Green last year, this was kind of the start of our pickup of upturn of results, and that's been the message to the players this week.
And you look at Forest Green, see Matty Stevens up top, Jack Aitchison as well, who you both know really well, as well as Jamil Matt up top, who used to play here as well. So what kind of test are you expecting from them?
Well, they're all three of those are good players, aren't they? We unfortunately, when Jack was here, he picked up an injury and struggled to kind of get back to that form. And then when he did come back, obviously the upturn of results and performances, obviously it's hard for him to get back in the team. And the same as Matty, really, we saw the best of Matt Stevens away at Grimsby in what was probably one of the biggest goals of the season. But the biggest thing I can say about them two is they're fantastic people, their characters. They helped us last year no end, and Jack was influential at times for us. So it'd be good to see them. I'm sure they'll want to do well as well because they were here. But it'd be good to see them. And obviously we know Jamil without what a threat he is. He's been a threat for many years now, and we have to deal with that, because if you don't, it's going to be a long afternoon. You have to deal with those threats, and if you can do that and play our way, then I'm sure it'll be a really good game.
And now looking back at ourselves, we know we'll be missing TVC tomorrow, but overall, how the squad looking?
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough. I think, unfortunately, we're without now Arthur Reed and Charlie Carter for foreseeable future at the minute. Unfortunately, obviously with Sasha as well. So that's a difficult situation. We know that those two players, with Arthur and Charlie, they're big players for us. They've re-signed the form that Arthur showed last year, and Charlie's a big player for us, and we're determined to get him to a place where people can see the real Charlie Carter, and we haven't been able to do that. So it's tough when you miss two players that would probably be potentially in your starting 11. But we've got good players here. We've got a great team kind of spirit. And I think that all it is like I said, it is moments in games that have cost us. It's not lack of attitude or desire. It's not. It's just moments in games and decisions that have cost us. And you have to, sometimes you have to just, if you can cut those out, then the results, like I said, will come, because we know that we just keep doing the things that will get us results. And as long as you keep working and you keep grafting every single day and you keep your standards, those moments will be less and less, but you have to cut them out in order to get results at any level. And they've had a really good week. They're a really together group. Everybody knows how good we can be because we've shown it. But we haven't shown it in a complete 90 minutes yet. And we have to do that. So the players are fully aware of what we have to do. All the staff have been working extremely hard to make sure that we put on sessions this week to make sure that is the focus. And like I say, there's no better game for us against a top team to go and show how good we can be. And
just finally, we all know how important home form can be, but now it's really time to fill out the Lamex, get it rocking, and make the Lamex a fortress again.
Yeah, we had obviously Luton. It was amazing. I mean, we've had some brilliant support. I think even Swindon was a brilliant support in terms of because they knew full well the players gave everything that day, and unfortunately, decisions cost us. But we also have to give them something. We know that, and the intensity and the energy and the type of play that we want to see. We didn't see last week, and we've got to get that back. So we have to give them something, and listen, they always support us. They've been fantastic. It's great to have them back. But like I say, we have to give them something as well to lift, and we'll be giving everything this weekend to make sure we do that.
Perfect, thank you.